So sheep farming in particular wouldn't be noted as being particularly lucrative. A real luxurious little spot. We're at Sheen huts today. So welcome to Sheep School, where every day really is the school day. And what we mean by that is there's so much to learn with sheep. I see myself as a relatively new farmer, and I'm still learning about sheep. But we've also diversified into YouTube in the last 18 months or so. We've been learning YouTube from scratch. So we've been learning about YouTube, titles, thumbnails, video editing. Quite a learning curve, but it's been good fun, definitely enjoying it. So the other thing we've been doing is a little bit of online retail. We've been selling some products, some of which I've been making. That's on the sheepschoolshop.com, and that is another little side earner. I'm not sure what you call it, but it is another way of diversifying as well. So quite a learning curve on that, on listing products, packaging them up, getting them out, customer service and all the rest that goes along with it. Thank you to everybody who has supported the Sheep School shop and the YouTube channel over the last 18 months. It has been phenomenal, and sincere thank you to everybody who has bought something from the shop. So regular viewers of the channel will be fairly familiar with myself and the main man, Robbie, pretty much running after sheep in most of the videos. Occasionally you will see me even wrestling the odd sheep. Pure heart. So anybody who's familiar with farming will appreciate this. The profits aren't particularly exciting in any farming, I don't think. So sheep farming in particular wouldn't be noted as being particularly lucrative, but I suppose the reality is the love of farming and animals and the land and being outside. For me in particular, I love working outside. Unfortunately, that love doesn't keep these paid, and these are a problem, particularly for sheep farmers, because you're relying on lamb sales, which generally happens in a short window, around about this time of year onwards until autumn time. And most farmers, including myself, in Ireland here work off farm. The farms are pretty small here in Ireland. I know sheep, the average flock size is just over 100 breeding sheep, but most of us work off farm. Myself in particular, thankfully the workshop is fairly busy, and that keeps things going when maybe the cash flow in the farming isn't particularly good. So you'd see some of the range of stuff I do in the workshop would be wide and varied, and I could be fixing, repairing, making some structural sheds, down to simple repairs for some other farmers beside me. But it all means I can stay pretty local. Occasionally I will tackle some construction work and the odd bit of woodworking. You'll see me here trying my hand at a bit of woodworking. But I think most farmers are blessed with a wide range of skills, and I think that's purely out of necessity. Farming is one industry where you have to be pretty hands-on, pretty handy at a lot of tasks around the farm. So today we're looking at a different way to diversify farm income by possibly building something special. So let's talk to a talented young entrepreneur who built his own shepherd's huts. Let's have a look. Today I am on tour visiting this young man called Gary. We're at Sheen huts today, having a look about. Gary, you have a fine setup here.
Thank you.
You have a lovely hut. We might get a bit of a clip off the other one. Gary actually has two huts here, and they're a fine job. And what's most impressive from chatting to Gary here, he's actually done most of the work himself, which is even more impressive. You've obviously a good pair of hands on you.
One for each lockdown. The first lockdown got cracking me one, and then second lockdown came and went at this one.
So you've done most of the construction in them yourself?
More or less all. I got help with the welding on the chassis and the wheels.
You were on a farm here. This is a working farm.
Yeah.
And I suppose, what would we call it? Farm diversification.
Tidying up a corner of the field.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, you're making use of a corner of the field here. So you're pretty well booked out for at least the summer months anyway, or most of it.
Yeah, weekends are usually busy, but then the midweeks we have a bit of availability yet. So
yeah.
it's just the starting season anyway.
Yeah. And you have people from far and wide.
Most people are from abroad, actually.
And are they coming maybe to do a bit of a tour of Ireland, just happen to come here, or?
Yeah, a lot of people come to Ireland and do a tour. We actually have Loch Crew Cairns there in the background as well. And
yeah.
We had people from Cork there last week doing the mayfly fishing as well. So
yeah, you're on the banks of Loch Sheen here, which is probably, I think it's the biggest lake in Cavan anyway, is it?
I think so. It's one of them anyway. So.
Yeah. plenty of fishermen.
A lot.
And you're in a very nice secluded part of rural Ireland here.
Yeah.
Very picturesque, plenty of nice scenery.
Yeah.
And a nice hot tub here we're just looking at. People can relax in that as well.
Yeah. Cows will be the main audience.
Yeah. I use our working farm with, what are you farming here?
Mainly beef at the minute.
Right.
We've still a few heifers from the dairy herd there coming along, so we'll sell them then, calve them out and then sell them in the springtime.
Yeah. And a bit of contracting as well?
Yeah.
Very good.
Busy time of year for us and that.
Yeah, so between beef, contracting, huts, you're a busy man.
Yeah.
In the huts you have the well service, you have electricity, you have running water, you have the lap of luxury mainly.
Underfloor heating and all there, so keeps it cosy.
Yeah.
Gas just for the water and cooking.
Okay.
But the heating itself is electric.
Yeah. And Netflix of course on the TV here as well.
Perfect place for Netflix and chill.
Yeah, very good. Very good. So you have a real luxurious little spot for your guests here.
Yeah.
Well, Gary has just got me thinking here now, maybe there's an opportunity for me that, not saying I'm the handiest man in the world, but I can definitely make things, so possibly I might be ringing you again for some advice on construction techniques.
Oh, yeah.
So Gary was just telling me here, when he was excavating a bit of a site where the hut is built, he found this gate, a very interesting old forge gate, which it's quite a nice feature here along the pathway up to the hut here.
There was a bit of a hoop at the time. The bull must have tried to jump across it, and
you straightened it up.
Tracked the digger over it a few times and left it straight.
Well, you have a fine job done. It's a lovely feature on the way up. This nice pathway up to the hut is just up at the end of this path. So this is the pathway leading up to Gary's other hut. This was the first hut that he built, and you'll see it's alongside a really nice old stone building. But this is a little bit closer to the farmyard, but very, very nicely done. Just sits in lovely here behind one of the old stone buildings. So again, a very nice finish, very well built. So with farming, and in particular sheep farming, being pretty difficult margins and difficult weather conditions, I think a lot of us are looking at ways of diversifying maybe income on the farm. Gary has done a good job here of tapping into a market which probably he started at the right time around COVID, but I do believe there is an opportunity there to operate this type of agri-tourism, something I will explore at a later date. Stay tuned. So this is a look at Gary's second hut. This was the first one that he built way back in the first lockdown. So it's a slightly different size, but the same excellent finish on it. We'll have a bit of a look around here and see. It's beautifully finished inside. It's a marvellous, really well finished building, and it's a testament to the skills that Gary has, the finish, which is evident in all the woodworking here inside. And if you haven't seen my video on building the tiny house, so I know the time and dedication that's required to build something like this. So congratulations to Gary, he's a beautiful job done. I might just treat Orla. Her birthday's coming up. I'll treat her to a night. She's worth spoiling. Gary is a fantastic job done on these. As a testament to how handy he is, his skills are evident in every part of this. It is amazing the attention to detail Gary has in this. He's done all this woodwork himself. Very, very nice finish. Made all the doors himself. He's made all the kitchen units himself. It's impressive stuff. A look around Sheen huts here with Gary. An amazing little setup. Fair play to him for giving us a look around. Thanks very much to him. I'll pop the link in the description. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.